in my life. But here's one of the most unusual things that happened. And it really, really hit me. I had the fortune to go out to Washington State about 3 weeks ago. And on the way back, I was very late for the plane, and so I had to get a hired car, a black limousine. So coming back to the airport, a black limousine, my wife and I get out of the car, and this couple sees me, and they said to me, "Oh, I know you." My assumption was they were going to say, "Well, this is Ike Leggett from Montgomery County." He said, "I've seen you on television before." My assumption was she would say, "This is Ike Leggett from Montgomery County." She said, "Aren't you Herman Cain?" An adequate flat tax from people whose heart is flat, 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 because they are flatlining. You can't have it. So I want to say to you what you did before. That is Maryland, especially Montgomery County. Yes. Help us to export support. Help us provide the resources that some of our neighboring jurisdictions need. We send people to Maryland, from Maryland to Virginia. We send people to Pennsylvania. So I want us to take this enthusiasm, take this effort that we have here tonight, multiply it so that we can not only deliver Maryland for Obama, not only can we deliver Maryland for Ben Carter, but we're going to take this fight and help our sisters and brothers in Pennsylvania and Virginia and all other places that we need them. The next time we see Mr. Cain, next time we see the cowboy from Texas, next time we see the flip-flopper from Massachusetts, Nevada, wherever he comes from later, the next time we see any and all of those people, it will be our rear mirror saying, "So long, we don't want to. We are moving forward as Democrats." Thank you very much.
Oh my goodness, that was very moving for me, and I'm so honored to be here with you this evening. What a crowd. There is absolutely no doubt who Maryland stands with next November. Sí se puede. Yes, we can. Good evening and buenas noches. My name is Maria Welch. I am a proud Democrat, a staunch supporter of our Governor Martin O'Malley and the great work he's doing for our great state. And I'm a proud voter of our president, our future president, President Barack Obama. Looking out at all of you, I am reminded why you're all here, why we're in this together. Because we're not just in support of a great president, we are in support of a greater future. The future we've all begun progressing towards once again since 2008. Consider for a minute that our great United States of America, like a quilt, with each generation gets to add a fragment to its still being sewed and weaved and pieced together with ever stronger, vibrant threads, each of which tells the story of success against adversity, triumph over struggles, that makes us increasingly more resilient and colorful and a more perfect union with each successive generation. But we do not stop there. We cannot stop there. Our great responsibility is to continue our progress, to work together to help and make America stronger, inclusive of our beautiful diversity, to continue educating all of our children. All of our children. Like our governor and elected leaders here in Maryland, President Obama is committed to ensuring education is accessible to all. He's created more funding for Pell Grants. The President's Recovery Act kept 6.2 million Americans out of poverty in 2009. And since I am a very proud Latina, I will say that 1.9 million of those Americans were Latinos that were kept out.
My mom already had a second grade education.
All right.
But after she would work all day, and she'd take care of her family in the evening and go into church service and then come home on the bus. And late at night, she was singing this song. She didn't know we heard her, but around about 12 o'clock, while she sat with her feet in Epsom salts, she would sing that song, she would say, "We are soldiers in the army. We have to cry. Although we have to fight, we have to hold up the bloodstained now. We have to hold it up until we die." Thank you. May God bless.
Senator Cardin is experienced and he understands how to tackle the challenges that we all face. Senator Cardin is a workhorse. He's not a show horse. He stands up for what's right, and he goes to bat for Maryland every single day. And I am so proud to strongly support his return to the U.S. Senate. So put your hands together.
I'm so proud to be a Democrat. I'm proud of Yvette Lewis, our great chair. Thank you, Yvette, for everything you're doing to help our community. She has the energy. She has the leadership. We are going to win in 2012. And I'm proud to be a Democrat who's given us Deputy Wasserman Schultz as our great national leader who's with us tonight. And I'm proud of Martin O'Malley, our governor. Maryland has led the nation. For a governor who cares about the people moving us forward, never back. I'm proud to be part of the Democratic Maryland Congressional Delegation. I send you regards from Barbara Mikulski, my colleague, our great United States Senator. You heard from Donna Edwards and Elijah Cummings. I'm sorry Chris Van Hollen cannot be there. He's working. I'm particularly sorry because I had to follow Elijah Cummings, which is always a tough thing to do. With John Sarbanes and Dutch Rupersberger and Steny Hoyer, we have a great Democratic team in Maryland, and we're going to need your help in 2012. I'm proud of our President Barack Obama. Let me take you back 3 years ago. And the problems that President Obama inherited when he became president. An economy that was losing 750,000 jobs a month. An economy that was on the brink of going off the cliff.
Yes.
We had huge deficits
Yeah.
because of the policies of the Republican administration.
Yes.
The Democrats gave President Bush a surplus, and he turned it into a deficit.
Yes.
We're not fighting one war, but two wars, with no end in sight. And we had tax cuts rather than us being asked to jointly sacrifice for our troops. That's what Barack Obama inherited. And look what he's done.
the other reason I came here tonight, hello Blair, was because I wanted to be here with my friend, our strong friend, who's running the DNC, chairwoman of the DNC, Deborah Wasserman Schultz, my colleague, my friend, our leader. And so, I see all that Obama 2012 stuff out there, and I see the blue shirts out there, and I tell you something, I can't even stand still. I'm so ready to take this country back from these folks. Let's get this done.
It's 4,100 jobs through projects to modernize classrooms and facilities in schools throughout the state. But Congress has to pass the plan. The American Jobs Act would also keep 6,000 Maryland teachers from losing their jobs. Unemployment insurance for out-of-work Americans as they work to rebuild their lives and get back on their feet, as well as give companies tax rates if they hire the long-term unemployed and veterans. But Republicans in the Senate said no twice. They proposed a so-called alternative plan that would basically let corporate America rewrite their own rules that create no jobs. Even analysts agreed that the Republican plan would do nothing to provide immediate relief to the middle class or create jobs. In fact, according to Moody's, it could actually worsen the economy. But nothing has exemplified the contrast between Democrats and Republicans more than Mitt Romney during the last 2 years. During a recent GOP debate in New Hampshire, Mitt Romney called an extension of tax cuts to the middle class little band-aids that he would allow to expire. Well, I guess if you're a multi-millionaire, $1,500 in the pocket of a middle-class family is a little band-aid. But to most folks that I know, $1,500 is to outwork us, right? We need to work harder than we've ever worked before. If you think you're in now, get in deeper. Make a commitment. Roll up your sleeves. Lay your heart all over the table. If you've been sitting on the sidelines and you haven't gotten engaged yet, it's time to step up. We've got 12 months from next week to help Americans make the most significant choice that any of them will make in their lives. There is so much at stake. As a mom of 3 beautiful young children, I can assure you that when President Obama asked me to take on a third full-time job, motherhood, member of Congress, now chair of the DNC, it was an incredible honor to be outside the president to do anything. But to be outside the president to watch his back and help bring him across the finish line, knowing what was at stake, let me tell you, I'm a give-me-the-ball kind of person, and the coach put me in, and I am fired up and ready to go. Think back to that feeling of election night that you had in 2008. Do you remember? Yes. It would be hard to describe the feeling that I had. Remember, 2008 was historic. Folks, 2012 is personal. It's personal. They all make it personal. Absorb it. Hold it to your heart. Make sure that if you already work hard, you're going to work harder.
Oui, après mon appris, c'était dans la fin de cet événement qui était organisé par les volontaires du Montgomery County. Pour ceux de l'expression française, c'était juste une sorte de rallye, un encouragement pour la campagne du président Obama, une façon de rassembler de l'argent et de s'apprêter déjà pour l'événement qui aura lieu en 2012, les élections présidentielles aux États-Unis. Et ça, c'était dans le Montgomery County. Afrique, mon Afrique, Doudou Éclair, Ngoulé, c'est mon nom. Merci et puis à la prochaine. Merci, bye.